answers. This happened so the power of God could be seen in him. Okay, remember, the thorn on your side is to keep you humble, but God can still heal that thorn. Correct? Correct. And there can be, just like everyone else, you can have situations in your life where you need God to be humble, to keep yourself humble and dependent. Okay, so like family problems, or like just arguments with friends where you're just like, oh, I really need you, God. You know, there's not always such a strong thorn on your side, like sickness or illness or anything like that. You know, miracles happen. God heals from sickness. God heals people's thorns, you know. God heals the things that was keeping people from being all that they can be, you know. Because sometimes hardships happen so God's work and glory can be revealed. Sometimes hardships happen so God's glory and work can be revealed. But once you receive your miracle and once God's glory is revealed, do not let yourself forget God. Because that's the exact reason why sometimes we have that thorn on our side. I don't want you guys to think just because I'm talking about thorn on your side to keep you humble and depend on the Lord, that means that God can't heal that thorn, or that God doesn't heal or does miracles anymore. God still does miracles. God still heals. God still does those X, Y, and Z, you know. He can still heal your thorn. But a lot of people tend to ask themselves, I'm doing this and that. I'm praying and praying and praying and God still hasn't healed me. That doesn't mean he's never going to heal you. Wait on his timing. But sometimes God still answers no. And this can be a little controversial. This could be a little like, oh, how can a loving God leave me like this? You know? How can a loving God do, like, I'm sick. How can a loving God leave me sick, you know? Did you guys know that sickness doesn't come from God? It comes from the devil and every single thing that because we are the things that are like, in a sense, evil. We're the people who do X, Y, and Z and let ourselves be influenced by the enemy. It's not God that brings sickness into the world, it's the enemy. That's just the plain truth. And God can heal your sickness. God can heal your sickness. But sometimes the answer is no. And like I said, it's going to be controversial. But just know that just because sometimes people receive a no, sometimes people don't get healed, sometimes people see family passing from their sickness, even though they prayed for healing, doesn't mean they weren't healed.